It's an interesting and successful formula for Jamaica. 2 smalls, 2 talls in goals. It's worked a treat. What can they do now?
Oh, Kim Jenner, she's made it a trademark to attack that first ball, and no surprises there. Gave away the penalty, but has made her intentions known.
Up goes Aitken. You see her owning that 1-point range. Takes a shot, and the Sunshine Girls first on the board. Laura Sherian, late start into this line, but she had a good game first match. Cross court they go. Austin opens the backspace, close range. Well, they're peppering the easy ones. Easy pickings for both sides, but take the crumbs when you can.
You really have to think your way through a Fast 5 game. Yes, you can afford to play a little bit of conventional netball just to get started, but you've got to know when to take those risks and then when to pull it back in.
Both teams electing to take their power plays early. Australia will take it in the second quarter, Jamaica in the third, so they want to back themselves before that final quarter. Just 6 minutes, they'll be running a quarter. It's high-risk netball. It's about the smarts. It's also about knowing when to attack and when to play safety. Size it up. Beckford, such a pretty shot. Off the mark on that one.
Well, Romelda Aitken won't take the shot from there. She'll look to get into position under the post.
Nice service from Vangelie Williams to Beckford, and she's on the board. Nobody in the substitution box as yet. Remembering that the centre pass goes to the team that didn't score. Stacey Morankovic and Julie Fitzgerald know all about winning. What can they do with this young Aussie line?
Beautiful long ball there from Sherian into Austin. Austin, though, looking for better shooting position.
Nice movement from the Australians. Now they need to settle. They go to post. Garvin from 2-point range. Just can't find it.
Very early decision then from the Australians to get into that 2-point range. You could see Kira Austin was trying to work them into that position.
Another settler for Australia. Well, we're coming up to the 4-minute mark. Just 2 minutes remaining. Just 2 apiece. Bit of an arm wrestle early. Beckford, Vangelie Williams up high to Aitken. Well done, Clash. She's been impressive.
Yeah, gave herself plenty of room then to get up and have a go at the ball.
Oh, Jenner. Aitken. She got radar and she got Google to get back.
Well, Kim Jenner has been pretty flawless so far in this tournament. That's probably her first mistake. Just a little attacking error.
And isn't it interesting, both coaches have allowed a lineup to run.
Romelda Aitken with the long shot. She rains it.
She does it. And the fist goes in the air from Romelda Aitken. Just as we talked her up as a 1-point shooter. She's on the board, and Jamaica hit 4.
Well, that was a really costly error from the Australians. Kim Jenner just going cross-court. It's really hard in this game. You don't have the wing attack. So when you get the ball in defence, it's hard to know who to go through. You've got to go cross-court to reset, but potentially opens you up.
Rolling the subs now. Jess Ansis on at centre for Australia.
No. Williams again. She's a real stalwart in that goal defence position.
Well, she's the captain for the Sunshine Girls. Jess Ansis makes her mark. Down court they swoop. Austin remains at goal attack, so pretty stable lines for both sides.
Well, Dean Thomas has come on at centre. She was really good for Jamaica in the dying moments of their opening match.
Sophie Garvin just not finding the radar. Skinny lead for Jamaica. And Tristina Harwood on now at goal attack. She talked herself up earlier in the week, saying she'd already won an MVP a couple of years back. She'd like to make it a second. Currently shooting the house down in training. Might have left a few of them on the training park, but she's yet to hit it so far in Melbourne. Stanton introduces herself to the post.
Where are you going? Yeah.
Kaylee Stanton, 5 points she scored last time these two met. It was just a 3-point game, Australia-Jamaica last year. Shaping up just the same in 2018. Harwood looks long to Aitken. Thomas on the fringe. Drive comes from Harwood. She shapes up. Super shot range.
2 or 3.
Little arm wrestle going on there between Clow and Aiken under the post to set up for rebound position. Harwood prepared to take it, and there's a win for the, well, nearly said the Diamonds, for Australia.
We'll hold that thought. We may well see some there sooner or later. Sarah Clow close. She's part of the squad but hasn't been called up yet. Austin, of course, a training partner. Jess Anstice, part of the Diamond squad. Stanton lines up the left hand. Can she do it? Oh, too much.
That's a couple. The last two long shots that Australia have taken have just rimmed out.
We're in the final minutes. Those seconds ticking down. Time enough for Jamaica to squeeze out this lead. It's tight.
Oh, great take from Aiken. Check Clow all over her, but got up with both hands.
Standing up to it well, Romelda Aiken. I think she's enjoying a timeout on court. Fast 5. There's another. Takes Jamaica to 5. And time is held. Every second precious in Fast 5 netball. So that Australia have possession. Need to go to post. They're going to go long and they're going to go safe. 2-point range for Kira Austin. Steadies. Thinks about it. So it's not raining goals, not shaping up yet for the Aussies. Time enough to do it though. Anstice stands out, and that is the end of the first period. Australia, Jamaica, just 2 in it. Their Deacon power play, so every shooting zone doubles in points. And Lizzie Ellis, fans will be hoping it's raining goals for the Aussies.
Well, they'll have to probably do a little bit more than hope. The Australians need to get this shooting rhythm into gear. Beautiful play there. Jodie-Ann Ward was a super sub in the first game for Jamaica against South Africa, and she's proving it again. Sophie Garvin back into that goal shooter position, currently sitting at none from 2. They've both been long-range shots. She was good in the first game when she got her rhythm. Shot 3 2-point shots in the last quarter. Australia need her to bring that again.
Jenna out of nowhere.
What a flyer. She's been so good for Australia so far in their opening 2 games.
So important, just as Jamaica was snuffing out Australian possession, and possession and the ability to attack post, so important in a power play. So put that one down to Kim Jenner. Talk about the speed, Liz, of Fast 5 netball, but it's stamina as well, and that is exhibited by Kim Jenner. She's got to be out on the hunt, but still have the leg work to get back again.
Yeah, well, the goal defence is so important in this tournament, just to bring the ball down the court. Long shot from Aiken.
Oh, please.
She had the hands up on the follow-through, and opportunity lost there for Australia. That's the second time Sam Pullman in this tournament has just ditched the ball over the sideline.
Just trying to force the quick ball down court.
You know, you've got to assess, do you take the risk and go long, or do you just play it short and play the possession game? I think at the moment Australia needs to play that possession game.
Comes back at Harwood off the hands of Jamaica, so now it will be a throw into Australia. Deja vu for Sam Pullman. And the Aussies are a little frustrated in their power play period. Need possession, need a giddy up.
Oh, beautiful long play there. In conventional netball, you'd say, yeah, well done, but Australia needs so much more than just those inside shots. They've got to go for the outside shots, make them sink.
Jamaica in possession, quick hands. Gotta love that shot. Little flick in the air of the left foot. It's very pretty at the top of the shot. Found some super shots earlier today. Maddie Proud, down court to Jenna. Garvin puts a drive on. Got the finesse with the feed. Proud. Here Austin back plays. Oh, they're everywhere, the Jamaicans.
Yeah, Khadijah Williams is playing beautifully.
Contact on the feet.
Little thumb for effort. Austin, she's so upright, so balanced, and that will be for 2 points. Australia take it to 9. Don't forget, you can stream all Fast 5 matches live, fast, data-free through the Netball Live app. Only with Telstra, it's a must-have in your netball bag of tricks. And long shots are a must-have for the Aussies as they try to extend their lead in a power play, but Jamaica having equal possession.
This is dangerous signs for Australia. You can see Shanice Beckford has been brought on just to get the rhythm in. Jamaica have got the power play next quarter, and Beckford just wants to get on and try and hit long bombs at the moment.
The dangerous signs is Jamaica with power play in hand, run with the Aussies.
Sterling. She's been good. We've talked about her aerial ability there, but that was a one-on-one contest with Garvin. Ran it down beautifully.
Well, Jamaica has some speed when they work it down court, and it's thwarting Australia's power play period. As is Romelda Aiken. Where have these long shots been in Suncorp Super Netball?
Well, she's been more prepared to take the longer bombs this year, but maybe not encouraged. But in Fast 5, you go for your life, Romelda.
Free rein to Romelda Aiken.
Here's the long bomb.
This for 4. Does she go? She gets it. And she looks relieved. Kira Austin said leading at this, she was a little nervous about opening up the long shots and the change of shooting style. Maybe she's warming to the task. Australia take it to 13. Less than 2 minutes remaining in their power play. There's a little flick from Beckford. Goes against Clow, and Aiken gets another opportunity. And another. Well, this is eating up precious time for the Australians.
Well, and they're allowing Jamaica to have almost uncontested shots. That was a good win there from Jenna.
Jenna again doing wealth of work down court for Australia.
They're
replaying the ball. A few nerves on court from a young Australian line. Clow gives it a best, smothers it.
Unlucky Sarah Clow. I reckon that was a really good contest. And Romelda Aiken dropped the ball cold. Not how the umpire saw it though, so Sarah Clow finds herself on the wrong end of the penalty count.
Oh, it's punishing, Jamaica punishing Australia at the moment. Stay in touch, just to the difference with their power play in hand. Tara Hinchliffe now on court, young Firebirds defender. Oh, quick hands, Laura Sherian. How pretty is she when she takes off? Oh, good shot with a wobble on the post. That's another 4 back. So Kira Austin standing up in a difficult match for Australia.
Jamaica want to eat up time here, not give Australia the opportunity to score.
Nelson looks very comfortable. Her year's been well spent at the Adelaide Thunderbirds, of course, off to Collingwood.
I really want Australia to take a 3-point shot here. Kira Austin from the same spot as before.
Oh, denied the 4 points on a 3-second call. And the crowd doesn't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I'm a shooter. I like it less than you. Oh, the buzzer takes us to half-time. Australia, with their power play, have managed to push it out to 5 points, but they're up against it. The Sunshine Girls, silver medalists last year, have the power play when we return after the break. It's game on, a big game, much to play for here in Fast 5 World Series. What's happening, Cheryl?
I am Annie. I'm down here with Dallas and his mates from Mildura. How did you find yourselves here?
Oh, just birthday tickets I got for my 30th. And then we were walking around dressed up, and then Nissan come up to us and said, do you want our best seats in the house because you were the best dressed? So I was like, yeah, let's take them. So we want to thank Nissan for the seats.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, happy birthday. I didn't realise it was your birthday. How amazing. What's the best part about being down here so close to the action?
Oh, just seeing everything up front and seeing, you know, the players right there.
They're incredible. Wow, guys, what an amazing prize you've won here, down here in the Netson. Best seats in the house, and they really are.
Thanks, Sherelle. You enjoy your time with your best mates, your new friends. And Jamaica, well, they hope to be enjoying a power play. Deacon power play for Jamaica.
Layup there from Romelda Aiken. That's her second one of the tournament, making it her signature move. Really fascinating to see what the Jamaicans have done just to start off with their power play quarter. Christina Harwood on a goal attack. You would have thought they'd have Shanice Beckford on. She's got her eye in those 2-point shots.
We'll ask for it, and you shall receive. She's just come on as a rolling sub now. So just 3 points the difference. Jamaica, though, with possession and with some shooting power up front. And on that note, g'day to the Sportsmax viewers watching from Jamaica. Your Sunshine Girls doing you proud.
terrific pressure then from Sam Pullman, just forcing the error from Romelda Aiken. You've got to keep your eye, though, on Shanice Beckford. She is the ringmaster in this power play quarter for Jamaica.
Stacey Ann Facey goes down in back play. Up again. Sterling. A lackadaisical chase up then for Palia Stanton. They look pretty cool, the Jamaicans, and they're making good running of it. Australia take it to 20.
Oh, there's a good tip there from Kim Jenner. She argued it should have gone the other way, and I suspect it should have.
And a bit of heart from the Aussie camp, all on their feet from the bench argument. I like to see that.
Oh, what a take from Romelda Aiken over the top of Jenner on the fly.
Where you are.
I think Romelda Aiken's making up for lost time. Wasn't here last year. Fowler got all the attention. She says, you know, I'm back.
And the big super shot, 6-point super shot attempt from Beckford.
Yeah.
She nailed 2 of those in Jamaica's power play quarter in their opening match. They scored 24 points against South Africa. So Australia will be looking just to stem the flow of points this time round.
Jess Anstis on the drive now in the midcourt for Australia. Kira Austin, you know what? She's building nicely across this match.
Yeah, she is, and she's building nicely across the tournament. Do you think she meant to shoot that ball with the little ring-a-ding-ding at the end?
Yeah. Practice thing, like the alley-oop from out of court.
Aiken, so Jamaica now getting caught taking some risks in their power play quarter. The shots aren't dropping and the rebounds aren't coming.
And I think Australia looking for a bit of payback. There's a sense of urgency in them now that if they can thwart Jamaica's power play, it's all on come the fourth quarter. So plenty left in this match. The drive now from Maddie Proud connects with Stanton, cross court. Kira Austin starting to dictate things in goals. This for 2. Oh, Stanton! Palia Stanton, a high five to Austin. You deserve that one.
Well, coming into this tournament, I had felt that Sophie Garvin was the one most likely to sink those long goals, but Stanton and Austin both standing up so well. And now they want to make it look easy.
Oh, that one not going the way it plans.
Here's that long shot from Palia Stanton. There it is.
Beautiful high
finish.
release too from Stanton. Just a bit too much on it for Sterling. She was dangerous in the first game today. 8 a few. Jenna doing the work down the transverse line.
Evangeline Williams not liking the calls that she's getting. When she's fired up, she's capable of doing anything, so keep your eye on her. And there, just like clockwork, you called for an Anisha Mira Sterling. Getting up over the shot.
Just taking her a bit of time to get the timing right on Austin's release.
I've got to say the transition defence from the Australians in this quarter has been really good. Whenever they've turned the ball over, last 2 times Jamaica have had the ball to get down court, they've struggled to get over the transverse line.
Cross court they go, testing out Evangeline Williams and the Sunshine Girls captain. Reads it like a book. There she is, the skipper. Little back plays coming into the game from Australia because that's eating up time for Jamaica in their power play period. So some smarts being employed by the Australian line.
Well, despite the fact that it's a power play quarter, Australia lead this quarter 7-4. So Jamaica, just the 4 points so far from the power play quarter.
Aitken, rebound position, no. Australia all over it. Sense of hunger from Pullman and Jenner, and here they come. So they're keeping Jamaica restrained in Jamaica's power play. And let's look at the margin. That's anybody's game as we enter the fourth quarter. A couple of super shots.
Good hustle there from the Australian defenders. I reckon Sam Pullman's had the better of Romelda Aiken in this game. You don't often see anyone get the better of Aiken.
Jenner doing a truckload of work down to the transverse line, into the hands of Stanton, through the hands of Stanton, and Jamaica back with possession.
Well, a big opportunity here for Jamaica.
Well, bring it in, but don't bring it in that far, darling. Shamira Sterling takes a lovely run down court.
Very cheeky, but very funny.
Aiken goes for the 6. Would have brought the house down. Instead, Pullman comes down with it. Long ball to Jenner. Well, Australia making wonderful use of Jamaica's power play.
The three-point super shot to finish.
You can jump all you like, jump some more. That deserves it. And the Australians run from the court. They know they've just won the power play period. It was Jamaica's, and they've come up with the goods. Australia, it's game on. Australia with a 12-point lead. Jump, mind you, Lizzie Ellis. That was worth a jump or two.
That was outstanding. And it looked in from the moment it left her hands.
Gotta love the theatre of Fast 5 netball. We watched Australia's power play in the second, and it was disappointing. Jamaica really nullified it. Then Australia reversed it, turned it around, did the same to Jamaica in the third. Go into the fourth with a 12-point lead, plenty to play for. And Lizzie Ellis, I just feel like the confidence is starting to come from this young line.
Oh, it is, and I really like what the Australians are doing as they transition the ball down court. When they're in attack, they're prepared to let it go. Kim Jenner doing a wealth of work. The trick now for the Australians is they're up against a Jamaican team who have been there and done that. They know how to win these tight ones. They know how to bring it home. So the Australians have to play very simple netball for 5 and a bit minutes.
Hinchcliffe on a goal defence. Let's look carefully at what Australia's plans are for Shanice Beckford, because she was dangerous earlier today when Jamaica took on South Africa. She was lethal from long range. They'll have that on their minds as that ball is sliced through to Austin. Gee, she's developed across this game.
What the Australians can afford to do is just continue to build up with those one-point shots. Then that forces Jamaica to take the risks. Footwork call there against Beckford. She's shaking her head, doesn't like it.
Chip away, and the Aussies do just that. Another 1 point on the board through the hands of Kalia Stanton. So Jamaica in chase position. High ball, read by Sarah Clarwell. To be fair, it was dropped short, about a postcode short. You probably hear the music in the background. It changes decade to decade. We've been listening to the 60s earlier today. Now we're into the 70s. Liz, you wouldn't know about that, would you?
Wasn't okay, I wasn't.
Yeah, come on.
Beautiful shot there from Beckford. She's trying to get the team going.
Jamaica hit 19. Hinchliffe down court to Stanton. Sherian on now at centre, so they're rolling the subs. Australia fresh legs through the middle. Speed, stamina and smarts, the 3 S's needed. Maybe a couple of super shots. Oh, that from 2. Stanton from the pink zone.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Kira Austin is starting to make Fast 5 a safe place for herself.
And smart play then from Stanton. She knew she had Sterling all over the shot. Dished off to the player who wasn't facing Sterling.
Nelson. Wonky on the radar.
I just feel like Australia has come into this game with a better game plan than Jamaica, and have really outthought them.
And I think too, we've got to be fair. 7 debutants taking the court for Australia. It takes a bit to warm to something that's a traditional game that you've played all your life, and you've got to reverse in a 6-minute quarter.
Kira Austin looks like she's been here forever, just owning that 2-point zone. Oh,
Beautiful lead from Nelson, but equally nice from Clow. And of course, important for these players to make their mark in their opportunities. Yes, it's Fast 5 netball, Liz, but these are players earmarked as emerging players, perhaps on track to diamonds.
Good wrestle there from Hinchcliffe in the race to the sideline.
Hinchcliffe long court to Austin. There's the drive. Almost looking casual now, Kira Austin.
Well, this is a stunning result, isn't it? 15 points ahead of Jamaica, the young Australian team. When really, at the start of this tournament this morning, you would have thought Jamaica would have gone very close to romping this game in. So a huge wake-up call for them and a huge confidence boost for Australia.
One of the least experienced teams coming into 2018 Fast 5 World Series. Australia yet to claim gold in this event. Would dearly love to do it with this young group. Remembering there are no draws in the rounds, and they don't play traditional playoffs. They are playing for seedings 1 to 6.
What a magnificent shot. It took a long time to get there. Tara Hinchliffe was taking her time setting up, so she had plenty of time to think about it, Shanice Beckford.
Sophie Garvin now on for Australia as a goal shooter. So they'll play for their seedings 1 to 6, and at the end of that, 5 play 6 for a place, 3 and 4 play off for bronze, 1 and 2 are playing for the big one. And Australia, well, they're warming to the task day 1 here in Melbourne. Sneaky little offload to Garvin, draws her into the game. Kira Austin starting to control things in this forward line for Australia. Beckford, Williams, long ball, nice snatch from Nelson. Gee, her hands have improved. We give Dan Ryan a bit of a shout out on that count. Down court in 2. Clow again. Like a silent assassin, Sarah Clow, isn't she?
Well, she did that well. Footwork got her just around the body and she was able to contest. She's been good at that in this game. The more space you give yourself, the more you can move your feet to get up for that high ball.
Once again, Austin draws Garvin in, but Sterling. Give her too long to look at that shot. She's all over it.
And you can see she's bothering the shooters because they're having to walk a couple of times. Sandel knows that Sterling's in front of her. Doesn't bother her though.
Yeah, doesn't bother that one. Kira Austin, welcome to the stage of international netball. Just held up as the umpire chases some debris from the court. Back in business of Fast 5 netball. Seconds on the clock, Australia. Game 4, day 1. Well, they've come of age, the Australians, and they take the win 37 to 22 against the team most of the experts had written up as favourites in 2018.
Superb effort from Kira Austin. 7 two-point shots, a couple of those coming in the power play quarter. Just a superb effort from the youngster.